talking about.
Right, on your left, senior Spencer Jones. On your right, graduate student Michael Jones. Opening up for questions.
All right, first of all, you guys going to deal with the moniker of the Jones brothers?
Yeah, we were just talking about it on the way over here. Just a law firm.
Okay. All right, so both you guys had similar stats, 18 points, made 4 threes. You guys were pretty much in control, but there was a scary moment where they got it down to 1 and a possibility of getting a lead, and you guys blew it back open. So what was going on at that point?
I mean, we slipped up a little bit on our defensive assignments. Let our energy dip a little bit there. But kudos to some of the guys like Harrison. Made some plays to get us back up there, especially in the second half. So it's just our ability to respond. That's going to be our Achilles heel the entire season, or the reason why we win and why we lose is how we respond.
Just talk about obviously a game you guys desperately needed to win. You guys were both shooting well tonight. Just how much of a comfort level did you guys get being back at home? How nice was that? How much do you think that kind of helped you guys reestablish an offensive rhythm tonight?
Yeah, I think it was good being back home. Great being in front of the home crowd. Had a great crowd tonight. After 3 games on the road and 3 tough losses, I mean, it's good to get back, familiar rims. Get back. Had a good week of practice this week. And we're just able to come out and execute. So yeah, great to be back home.
Well, how do you guys feel the monkey's off your back to get that first conference win? So how gratifying is that?
It is nice, like you said, to just get it off that back. Finally stop seeing a 0 in front of our conference record, and now we're kind of ready to carry that momentum forward and go on a run here.
Do you feel to a certain extent kind of going off of that once you kind of got one, you guys could settle in and kind of start to rally off a few? Was that kind of a mentality you guys had, hey, once we get one, that's going to could change things mentally for you?
Yeah, I don't know if we, talked about it like that specifically, but I think basketball, as a whole, is a game of momentum. And so, you get a win at home on Thursday. You got another one, quick turnaround on Saturday. We'd love to get another win and, try to build on that going forward.
So what was it feeling like when you guys were, like I said, they got it down to 1, and then you got it up to as high as 24? Did you guys sit there and say, we should be doing this more often, to be able to just make that response like that? So what was going through your mind when you guys blew it back open at like 24?
The response was more, we need to keep doing what we did in the first 4 minutes, how we came out.
Okay.
Defensively and offensively, just the energy we had. We can't have. We know with as we play like Oregon next week, we have those dips. They make you pay a little bit more for it. So it's just controlling that dip. I mean, inevitably you're going to have one, but being able to control it better and respond faster.
What was the main kind of message that the coaches have had coming into this one that allowed you guys to play as well as you guys did?
What Coach had talked about all week. After last weekend. Being 0-7, it's admirable that we were able to, we've been able to take a lot of punches and get back up. But he said it's time to stop taking punches and going down and getting back up. It's time to start punching ourselves. So, we were able to come out strong tonight. Attack instead of being attacked, and just come out and get a win.
So do you guys feel like you turned the corner right now? That now it's just downhill, and we got to get it going, and at least have a good momentum going to the conference tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it one game at a time. We got another tough team coming in 2 days, so we'll gear up tomorrow and be ready for them Saturday. We'll just try to take it one game at a time.
Michael, you weren't here last year, obviously, with Spencer, having faced the Ducks before. Last year, you guys had a pretty, I think it was Delaire's game winner. Just any kind of extra, obviously different season, but just any extra confidence going to that matchup, knowing that you have beaten them before and won a close game, and just any memories from that game?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember that game really well. Our celebration in the locker room, everything like that. I mean, yeah, if you beat a team like that, and I think they were even a little bit better last year, so we even have a lot more confidence coming in this year that we know we can get this done.
Talk about Maxime and what he's been bringing for you guys, not just tonight, but the last few games. Just how big of a spark has he been for you guys in the middle?
He's,
You got it.
all right. He's been great. He's been great. I mean, obviously, you have a 7'1" guy with a 7'6" wingspan. You can pretty much just throw it up and give it to him. The biggest thing for us is just keeping him have that kind of tough mindset to always just attack, always try to throw it down on somebody's head, and really just get him mentally into the game.
Yeah, he just came along really well. I think double figures in the last 3 games, I think, is what I saw. So he's been really good. Been able to stretch the defense to the 3-point line and been really strong down low and really had a great defensive game tonight, I thought.
All right, so we'll see you guys before this game, but you got a big game coming up football-wise. Are the 2 Dallas guys talking trash?
They try. I mean, I don't know how they're going to talk trash to me with Kansas City, but they can say whatever they want. I don't see them getting past who they play, Eagles or somebody.
No, they got the Niners.
Yeah, that's even worse matchup for them. So I mean, they'll have one more week to talk their stuff, and then they can hush up.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll be back with the coach in a minute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's that? Who's that on the floor? Oh, it's TV.
Head coach Jerod Haase. Coach, you will open up with a statement.
Yeah, I was pleased with the energy generally throughout the game, certainly at the beginning of the game. And obviously there was a stretch there, end of the first half, beginning of the second half. There was a dry spell for us. In the beginning of the second half, I thought our shot selection was fantastic. We were getting great shots, just they weren't going in. But the idea of kind of responding to that adversity and then getting things going back the way we want to, I was really pleased with that. We were able to make a couple shots from the outside, which was big. I thought Spencer was great, and Michael Jones did a lot of nice things. But I think the number one story for the game was defensively. I thought we were able to really defend. We were switching a lot of the ball screens and had a lot of cross matches. But I thought our guys slid their feet well, challenged shots well, and then we were able to rebound the basketball.
All right, so Coach, speaking of that, they did a 16-0 run. They had 8 straight to end the half and then 8 to begin. So you got it down to 1. So was there any panic because you guys got it back up to 24?
Yeah, there really wasn't panic. We continue to experience adversity and challenges, and it's really cool to see the guys through all of this just take my message, take the staff's messages, and try and apply them the best they can. There was no panic. There was no we need a 50-point play or anything like that. It was trying to execute the offense and defense a little bit better. But the response was really cool, and it was just an attitude of, hey, let's do better.
Spencer Jones has had several games with double-digit figure, good shoot performances, but it's been a little while since Michael Jones has had this kind of performance. Just how huge was it to get him going, and how much do you guys need that from him going forward? Gave you guys tonight.
Yeah, we need multiple guys to have quote unquote good games, where it's quality shooting percentages, points more than 6 or 8 points. We need multiple guys that kind of are stars and scoring a lot of points. And so to have both of them, put up good numbers on the offensive end, make some threes, and then offensively be able to get to the paint as well. It's a big deal. When you only have 0 or 1 guy that's producing, defenses are going to be able to lock in on that. We got to build confidence with a variety of guys, and those 2 today did a nice job.
All right, so Harrison had a pretty all-around game, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Is he playing at the level that you thought he would his sophomore year, or is there room for improvement?
Well, there's certainly room for improvement with all our guys. It is interesting when you look around the country, look around the Pac-12, the 5 stars, McDonald's All-Americans. There's a lot of examples of guys, even their sophomore years, that still haven't seen the court. and meaningful minutes. And do I want him to be more efficient and play better defense and make more shots? Absolutely. But he's doing a lot of good things. He was freshman of the year last year. He's growing and developing more parts of his game right now. So I know there's more in his tank, but I also know he's extremely coachable. His attitude is fantastic. He's learning from his mistakes, and I think he's getting better. But he and I both know there's room for improvement. But he's having an impact on a game which. Somebody told me a stat the other day that there's not one freshman in the country, and I know he's not a freshman, but there's not one freshman in the country in the top 50 in scoring. And underclassmen, generally in today's day and age with transfers and the changing landscape of college athletics, have had less of an impact than they did, even 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years ago. But Harrison is having a big impact on our team, and he'll continue to do so.
How about Maxime, the impact he's been giving you guys the last few games? And then also, that first play of the game that was a tip to O'Connell, is that something you guys drew up, or is that just a spontaneous thing?
Yeah, Maxime is an important piece of what we're doing. And at the end of the day, we realize we need interior touches. You can get interior touches by, driving the ball to the paint. Sometimes that gets a little bit more difficult, but the most effective way is to have a variety, to be able to drive the ball in the paint, get there in transition, but also throw the basketball in there to post players. And we think Maxime can score on the post one-on-one. We need to be able to get him the ball effectively down there, and we think good things are going to happen. So that's definitely a part of our game plan. The first play was drawn up. It was intentional. Brandon set a rear screen on Maxime's man. Michael O'Connell had a really nice pass, and it was a nice way to start the game.
So, Coach, what's your feeling of finally getting his first conference win? So is that looking as a turning point for the season, or at least a conference season?
No. I mean, it feels great, certainly. It's the next step in the journey. We've been taking a lot of punches this year, and my dream and my goal for this season is to trend upwards, win a lot of games, and kind of have a fairy tale ending to this whole thing. And if that happens, I don't think I'll look back at this game and say, oh, that's when it all turned around. I thought we played pretty well at Washington State. I thought some of these games that we've lost, we've done some nice things, and now we haven't finished them. And I do evaluate wins and losses, an important part of evaluating our success, but it's not the only part. And I would actually argue that when you're sitting in the locker room after the Cal game and the resiliency of the guys and the look in their eye, that's a real turning point in a positive way, that when times are tough. At Washington State, we lose a really tough game, have 3 real shot attempts in the last 6 seconds to win the game, and you can't get it done. Yet the resolve is off the charts. In my mind, those are really important moments to build to a day like this, that you can win that game, and then we can continue to build. But I think there's a lot of building blocks. Today certainly is one of them, but we don't look at it as, in my mind, as a end-all be-all. But absolutely, it does feel better, and winning is part of this deal.
Well, for you guys, talk about what you guys defended tonight. I'm not sure Oregon State had anybody double figures. I don't think they did. They had a couple guys one guy, okay. They had a couple guys come into the average double figures, so you guys clamped down on them. Just what was the message defensively, and what made you guys succeed in that department?
Yeah, I thought we were cross-matched a fair amount, which we talk about not being a big deal because we think our bigs, Maxime, James, Brandon, they can really slide their feet even against point guards. And I thought they did a nice job not fouling, making them shoot over their length, and I thought that was effective. And then you get guys like East or Michael O'Connell against bigs, and they were fronting the post, and I thought we were pretty effective with ball pressure and them fronting the post and getting weak side help as well, that didn't hurt us. And so the overall message for the game was we didn't want to give up clean, uncontested looks, whether inside or outside. And I thought for the most part, we challenged their shots at a high rate, and that was the game plan, and I thought our guys followed that very well.
Good, thanks. All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.